My name is Stefan Lloyd, the founder of SLR Fitness. That is my PT company, personal training company. I work with clients that deal with weight loss and fat loss issues, and also I deal with sport-specific clients as well. Personal training, I've always loved to do. I would like to train myself. I've played semi-pro football. I've competed for athletics, but my first goal was to go into sports physiotherapy. That's what I went to university for, to study sports exercise science, and that's the route that I wanted to get into. But due to not being jobs available after I graduated, it kind of led me to think, okay, I need to think of other options. What can I do to excel my expertise and also something that I enjoy to do, and how can I help others? So I thought personal training would be the best fit for me. I like to train, I like to help others, and obviously from my sporting background and in terms of the scientific side of it, I know I'm quite knowledgeable from that side as well, so I thought, okay, personal training would be the best fit. I do 3 days of weight training, looking at probably 2 to 3 body parts, doing compound and isolation exercises. 2 days would be more HIIT training, cardio based, still with weights, not as heavy, because I'll normally work for hypertrophy in terms of just muscle building, athletic builds. And then 2 days rest. I try to get to a class or 2, but not too much on the classes, and mostly weight training based and HIIT training. Always read journals. Always read journals. You can read a lot. You can get a lot of knowledge from books and stuff, but reading journals and people doing studies on certain things, that is where you will get probably your best knowledge in terms of knowing about how the body works, knowing about new fitness ideas, looking on the internet, articles. I read a lot, and also trial and error, I would say, is probably the best way. I always think of new things to give to my personal clients to try and get them to their goals faster. You know, I should have brought a client here to tell you this. A training session with me. Before a training session, before we do anything, I'll be all smiles like I am now. When it comes to that 1 hour of, whether it's an hour, half an hour, it's strictly business, okay? Minimal rest periods. You're just gonna go flat out from the start until the end, okay? Working on specific, depending on what your goals are, working on the specific areas that you want to work on. My training involves a lot of HIIT training. I always kind of think out of the box. If you ever were to see one of my training sessions, you wouldn't always see me putting clients on treadmills or putting it on the bench presses or doing bicep curls. That's all boring. That's all stuff you can do yourself. You need to think a bit more out of the box. That's how I feel. Don't get me wrong, you still use those now and again, but to try and keep things fresh, try and think of other ways how to attack certain muscle groups and stuff, and that's what I basically do.
Come on, push it, come on. How long we got left? 3, 2, 1.
Nutrition is the number one, I repeat, the number one thing to get into your goals. You can't come into the gym and train really hard and then go home and be snacking on McDonald's, jelly babies, wine gums and stuff like that, because it just won't work. Abdominals will not come, your muscles will not come, you're just gonna be a couch potato. No, you don't want to do that. Nutrition is probably 90% of getting you to your goal, 90%. As I say, the training is important, but also your sleeping as well, because as I say, you want to spike your metabolism as high as possible, get it raised. So as I say, your adaptation phase, normally when you're sleeping, will act more quicker, so you'll see changes more quickly. If you don't raise your metabolism by really bad eating and everything, it's just not going to happen. You could train as hard as you want, it's just not going to happen. Nutrition is 100% important. As I say, have you ever heard of the saying, your abs are made in the kitchen? That's very true, very true. I keep my clients motivated. I keep in contact with them via Facebook, Twitter, trying to give them personal phone calls each week just to see how they're getting on during the week when they're not with me. Also, I always do a progress tracker, which I get them to do every Sunday, where they have to fill out everything that they've done in the week, how their eating has been every day, what sessions how did they find the personal training sessions that they've done with me? Was it too hard? Was it too easy? Do I need to push them more? So I can get a personal feedback each week of how they've been doing, and make sure and hold them accountable that they're doing what they need to be doing to get to their goal. So as I say, when we start off, I set a structure out over 8, 6, 12 weeks, depending how it is, to hit certain goals by each point. Now, for me to make sure that they do that, which is probably the hardest thing, is to changing someone's routine that they've been so used to and accustomed to. That's why I have the progress tracker there every Sunday, and just to give them that bit of extra motivation, just to talk or whatever it may be that they're finding hard, just to make sure that they're on top of it and they hold themselves accountable to get things done that need to be done so they can get to their goals. Still going to be doing classes, which I do a spin class, circuits, boxing as well, around various areas of London. I will be doing Skype one-on-one PT sessions, or even group sessions over Skype. So whether or not you can either see me directly, I could see you over the internet, so it would just be like I'm in your own living room. So wouldn't that be great? As I say, the more people you serve, the more successful you will be. At the end of the day, if they're committed and want to work and make a change to themselves in body and mind, then that's really the main thing that I care about. Anyone that needs help, if anyone needs help in terms of weight loss, fat loss, or sport-specific training, then I'm your guy. Some of my pictures up and everything are mostly on my Instagram at the moment, so you can just scroll through the pictures and you can see some of the progress pictures there. On Twitter as well, Stefan Lloyd PT once again. My email is slrfitness@hotmail.co.uk, so if anyone has any inquiries about training or just nutrition tips or anything about the boot camp or anything like that, just hit me up. Otherwise, you can always go onto my Facebook, Stefan Lloyd PT, add me on there, and you can see all the pictures of my clients in terms of videos of what I make them do during the sessions. As I said, you won't normally see them on treadmills and all of that stuff. You'll probably be a bit, wow. You will be wowed. You'll be wowed. You'll be thinking, what are they doing? But trust me, as I say, it's keeping it fun, innovative, and making sure that it hurts. It has to hurt, because burning is firming. Remember that. If it's burning, that means it's firming.